Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. Just been catching up on my favorite sports legend, Roscoe J.H. McMallets. Please, come join me. You might be asking yourself now, who is this Roscoe McMallets? And you wouldn't be alone. In fact, despite being the greatest croquet player to ever grace this godforsaken rock we call Earth, many have never heard of him. In the 1990s, when croquet was about to burst its way into the limelight, with Roscoe leading the charge, everything just went into flames. So now, with the help of those closest to Roscoe, his friends, his family members, and his enemies, I will tell you the legend of Roscoe McMallets. We met up with Roscoe's rival, Gary the Poison, Homedale. Thank you for meeting with us today, Gary. We're here to talk about the legendary Roscoe Jazz Hands McMallet. You and him were considered rivals back in the day. Could you talk to us about your rivalry?
Yes, he was really on a different level than most players. In a tournament with Roscoe, per se, you were always playing for second.
I see. He truly was a virtuoso. He was known for his many techniques, and he was quite ingenious, I hear. Could you tell us about one of his more well-known techniques? Describe it.
Yes, Roscoe was very innovative, actually. He had one he called Roscoe's Dirty Power Mallet. He could take that mallet, and he would hit the ball, and it would go through multiple wickets at once.
Roscoe's final technique was ultimately his undoing, but I hear it was going to be something so miraculous that it would change the game of croquet itself.
He was going to unveil his technique he'd been working on for months, his holy grail. But of course, he hit the ball and split his spinal cord in two, and he died immediately. They say if he had lived, he would have been the most amazing player ever.
The world of croquet is lost without Roscoe. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for speaking with us today. We managed to get in touch with Roscoe's lover, Ernestine Cromwell, in order to get her side of the story. Thank you for meeting with us today, Ernestine. We're here to talk about the legendary croquet player, Roscoe Jazz Hands McMallet. Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Mr. Jazz Hands?
I have never loved and hated a man so much in my entire life. Croquet ultimately consumed him, and it led to his demise.
I see. Roscoe is known internationally with the women folk. Did this ever cause any conflict in your relationship?
When we were together, and he was very loyal. But when we went to games, he would wave to women, and they would immediately vomit and then go unconscious, and I would get death threats.
Well, he was an Adonis. He was. You were close with Roscoe towards the end. Can you tell us how was it?
You could tell he was slipping. Towards the end, he would go to bed with loafers on and a sweater tied around his neck. Ultimately, croquet consumed him. I'm sorry.
Ernestine, thank you so much for meeting with us today. The croquet community internationally appreciates this more than you can know.
I'm glad.
Thank you.